Hello, in this video we are going to be looking at how you can approach transferring designs such as logos or text onto dark and colour garments. We've had many questions about this, about how it works, about how certain designs will look. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a better solution. As an example, suppose you wanted to transfer some text onto a black t-shirt. If you are used to transferring images onto light garments, the main challenge to deal with is when transferring images like text onto coloured garments is how to overcome the background. Unprinted areas are now visible, as for paper for dark fabric is opaque or white as opposed to transparent. A way to work around this, people often print out the background to match the colour of the garment. This can work to an extent if only relied on to mask small internal areas. The problem arises when you try to match the external areas to your garment. We have transferred an example here. As you can see, the surrounding black printed areas do not blend with the fabric well, and the transfer will always fade to a degree over time, and this will become more noticeable, and the edge of the transfer can be noticeable as a very thin line. This is very hard to avoid. We find this noticeable edge only really an issue if you're trying to match your background to your substrate, so it is best to cut and weed any unprinted areas that are not part of your design. If you are cutting out individual letters, this is going to be very fiddly and time consuming, so we recommend you use a contour cutter like a silhouette. The only thing you're going to have to bear in mind when trying to avoid tiny white edges where the cutter has not been 100% accurate is that you have to factor in a little internal offset into your cut lines to cut through the print itself. We have another video explaining this process in further detail. This now brings us to the option of using garment film instead of printable heat transfer paper. If you are cutting text, only it can be cut directly from the film in the colour of your choice, and there is no need to worry about white edges. Other benefits of using film rather than paper printed to the colour that you want is that it gives a much more vibrant and solid finish that will not fade. As you press the design from its carrier sheet, you do not have any issues with making sure the letters are lined up. If you cut the letters from an opaque printable heat transfer paper for coloured fabrics, you will need to remove them from the backing sheet prior to pressing, which can be fiddly. It is possible to create more intricate designs using film rather than transfer paper for dark fabrics. Also, cutting software such as Silhouette Studio convert any font installed into your computer into cut lines, so you don't need to worry about tracing. This does not apply to just single coloured designs, as it is possible to build up layers of film as we have done here. Here is the same design made with printable heat transfer paper and with garment film. The printed transfer paper version is good, but the film with Flex Cut Sticky is more vibrant and is not much heavier on the fabric either. Another approach to this challenge though could be using a self-weeding paper like Image Clip Laser Dark. This transfers only onto printed areas and does not require you to do any weeding. To use this, you will need a laser printer, as it is not available for inkjet printers. We hope this helps you to understand how to approach transferring text onto coloured garments. Thank you for watching.